Los Angeles. After 18 innings, the Dodgers didn't seem to like the Red Sox being coy about their selection for a Game 4 starter. "How do you spell that, TBA?" Cora responded when asked who would start Game 4 after the Red Sox 3-2, 18-inning Game 3 loss to the Dodgers Friday night in the longest game in postseason history. TBA, it's possible the Sox actually were not immediately sure. Eovaldi was the Sox' scheduled starter in Game 4, but after an incredible 97 pitches in 6+ innings of relief in Game 3, he's out. Either way, the Dodgers responded by changing their probable pitcher from Rich Hill to TBD. The Dodgers World Series Game 4 starter is now TBD. Los Angeles Dodgers at Dodgers, October 27, 2018. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts made it sound like Hill was going to be the starter, however, when he spoke in his post-game press conference. The presser came before the tweet. "We expect Richie to come out with some fire like he always has," Roberts said. "Like I said, counting outs, looking at the pen, we're in good shape. Considering where we're at, down 2-1 in the series, home crowd behind us, I think there's a little bit of momentum on our side." Yeah, Drew Pomeranz started to warm up in the 8th inning and could make his 2018 postseason debut, after being left off the roster in the first 2 rounds. Eduardo Rodriguez, who threw just 6 pitches in Game 3, is a candidate as well. Or, the Sox could turn to Chris Sale on short rest. He talked about it actually before the game. Cora said of the possibility of starting Sale, "We'll sit down now and we'll go over it, and we'll decide. Somebody will start. Most likely a lefty." There was laughter in the room, if not amongst the Dodgers brain trust. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. With all the hemming and hawing for the past week over whether Mookie Betts should play second base when the World Series shifted to Los Angeles, who'd have thought that Betts would stay in the outfield, although shifting from right to center numerous times, but Red Sox catcher Christian Vazquez would end up making his major league debut at first base, and play there for 6 innings. Vazquez, behind the plate for the first 11 innings, became just the second player to man both positions in a series game. Just a few of a bevy of fantastic factoids and nutty numbers from the Sox' 3-2 loss to the Dodgers in Los Angeles in World Series Game 3, the longest game in MLB postseason history, including time, 18 innings covering 7 hours, 20 minutes, postseason record, players used, 46, postseason record, pitchers used, 18 pitches, 561 Red Sox used. In the 9th spot in the batting order, 12. It was the first Red Sox extra-inning World Series game since Game 6 of the 1986 World Series, a New York Mets 6-5 victory that ended on a 10th-inning error by Boston first baseman Bill Buckner. More World Series. The game finished on October 27, the 14th anniversary of the Sox' 2004 World Series Game 4 win over the Cardinals in St. Louis, giving Boston its first championship since 1918. The 7:20 it took to play the game is longer than the game time of the entire 1939 World Series, when the New York Yankees swept the Cincinnati Reds in 4 games that took a combined 7:05. Nathan Eovaldi became the first Red Sox pitcher to bat in an extra-inning postseason game since Babe Ruth, who had, while pitching all 14 innings of Game 2 of the 1916 World Series, also against the Dodgers, then in Brooklyn. The top 4 spots in the Red Sox batting order went 0 for 28, Mookie Betts 0 for 7, Xander Bogaerts 0 for 8, Mitch Moreland 0 for 5, and Eovaldi 0 for 2. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. You'd be hard-pressed to find a pitcher who stood taller in defeat than the Red Sox, Nathan Eovaldi. He entered the game in the bottom of the 12th and on his 97th pitch, a full count offering to Max Muncy, he surrendered a walk-off home run to win the longest game in postseason history, giving the Dodgers a 3-2 victory in Game 3 that cut the Sox World Series lead to 2-1. After pitching the 8th inning to preserve leads in the first 2 games of the series, Eovaldi was the scheduled Game 4 starter. Instead, he became Boston's record-tying ninth pitcher and the first reliever to throw 80-plus pitches in a World Series game since Greg Harris's 88-pitch relief stint for the Padres in 1984. More Red Sox. Kinsler throws away a chance at 3-0 series lead coming out of the pen, especially in this situation. It's one inning at a time, Eovaldi said after the 7-hour, 20-minute marathon game, the longest in both time and innings in series in MLB postseason history. He won't start Game 4, but will Eovaldi volunteer to pitch again Saturday? Absolutely, Eovaldi said. His manager called it one of the best performances in World Series history. What Nate did tonight, Cora said, that was amazing. Evan Drellick's 3 strikes, looking back, an unlucky 13th did in Sox, that was the last inning for him, right there, said Cora, who had lefty Drew Pomeranz warmed up and ready to pinch hit for Eovaldi if it went to the 19th. When he came in, I asked him, how do you feel? He's like, let me finish it, and I'm like, okay. I don't know if I told him, you've got one more. Red Sox Game 3 starter Rick Porcello, who threw 61 pitches in 4 2/3 innings, was in awe. I felt privileged to be able to watch what Nathan Eovaldi did, Red Sox Game 3 starter Rick Porcello said. That was the most incredible pitching performance I've ever seen. More World Series. Dodgers miffed that Sox won't reveal Game 4 starter. After the game was over I started crying, Porcello said. He literally gave everything he had on every single pitch. An Associated Press report is included in this story. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device.